Shawty fucking puppy, the president of Pluto. Fire, man.
Desperado, many, Mamico, Balotelli, ladies to give me photo, paparazzi, Don Julio, Don Diami,
Well, welcome. Adeyemi, boss. I cite you. Prince Davis, I cite you. You're welcome. Orire, I cite you. You're welcome. Gaius, my chief, you're welcome, boss.
Hello.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. I'm seeing some other interesting people here. Okay. Wow. Okay, guys, let's join. If you know someone that is not here, please tag them along. Gracious, you're welcome. Monsurat, you're welcome. Sheunfumi, you're welcome. Teguwa, I just pray I did not murder your name. I'm sorry, but you're welcome. Okay, Oluwatosin Oshukoya, you're welcome. Patricia, you're welcome. Precious, you're welcome. Sholarin, you're welcome. Timlin, you're welcome. Please let's tag as many people that are not here. Let's ensure that everyone should be on board. Thank you very much. Please let us increase the volume of that song, please. Let's get it this night.
All right. Thank you. As we're expecting others to join in, so let's do this.
Paparazzi, Don Julio, Don Diami,
Lao, John Latude, Lao, Joshua Didelapo, Lao, Kelvin Ayisi, Lao, Surat Mustafa, Lao.
Jeremiah.
Precious Olowo Kere, I cite you, bro. Prince Davis, you're not left behind, though. We cite you, ambassador.
Minister of Enjoyment, Intercontinental, Monumental, go live forever. Top another back out. The man, they must be better. Smoky Sasa, let me can't forget your mother.
Okay. Let's keep sharing the link. Let's go to the group page and share the buzz. Let's go there and buzz it and let them know that we're starting right now. This is 8:05 Nigerian time. If you're joining from the United States of America, that's 4 to 6 hours time behind. If you're joining from UK, I think we should have the same time zone right about now. Okay. Ada, I see you too. I see you. Yeah, just lay low inside that place. Patricia, Ada. All right.
Paparazzi, Don Julio, Don Diami.
So this song going on right now, Baby by Rema. I'm dedicating this song to a special someone before dedication starts eating each other, you know. To that secret person, you know I'm talking to you, right?
Shawty, I'm always keep it real. I know they got too much whining. I see the be, I see show you the enter. Oh yeah, we could call up be. Oh yeah, show yourself to Obasabi. The love is in the air, breathing. I did,
Baby, anytime you need me, I be available. Compatible, two of us they compatible. Girl, I be bad boy for girls say I the mellow. Baby, I the phone. Baby, take it slow. Baby, go down low. Nobody got to know. Yeah, I know I'm there. I'm a man, I'm just to let you go. Baby, some money. You know, say you're matching my steez. You know I'm a G. Shawty, I'm always keep it real. I know they got too much wine, they got too much wine. I see the be, I see show you the enter. Oh yeah, you could call me. Oh yeah, show yourself to Obasani. The love is in the air. Baby, breathe. The way you move this your body in a way, panna. Catch me up, got me hands up, bottom. Beautiful way, personality, shut up. Make I enter all I make every see the balance. As I get opportunity, why I know go mountain. Actually, I go ready, nothing come out in my hand for your matter. They see you, see Baba, you bad. Okay, your ways, put me for bello, push it bello. I did this, so the me know, baby, na me draw your kids, they above the law. After you, now you become oh, baby, show up, get other girl jealous, but you are breaking, watching my baby color. Treat you like a mama, can't bring on it. You don't want for me, oh, baby, some money. You know, say you're matching my steez. You know I'm a G. Shawty, I'm always keep it real. I know they got too much wine, they got too much wine. I see the be, I see show you the enter. Oh yeah, make you go love me. Oh yeah, show yourself to Masari. The love is in the air, baby, breathe.
Okay, Mr. DJ. Thank you very much. So while we begin to get set for the program, let's kindly introduce ourselves, your name, your learning track, and what you expect from the program in just one word. Okay. Mr. Adeyemi, are you there? Yeah, Mr. Adeyemi, are you there? Okay, so let's begin to introduce ourselves. Let's if you want to introduce yourself, you can just your hands up, then we give you the opportunity to speak your name, your learning track, and what you expect from the program. Quickly. Okay, let me start from my guys, the cloud computing techies. Okay, so let's start. Introduce yourself, your learning track. Of course, we know it is cloud computing, but let's still tell other guys that it's cloud computing, the father of all of them. So so let's start introducing ourselves quickly. I'm seeing a lot of my guys here, so let's start. Just raise up your hands and introduce yourself quickly. You don't need to request the mic. Just go on, please. Okay, for me, please go ahead.
My name is Shomila Shonfumi, and I'm in cloud computing, and I'm a cloud security engineer. I want to be a cloud security engineer.
Okay. That's very nice. You're welcome, for me. You're welcome. Okay. Who else is going next? Please just signify and just introduce yourself. Let us know you. I mean, that's the whole point of what we are doing. This is networking, guys. So let's just know you. Okay. I mean, today is really going to be a lot of work and a lot of fun also, because I mean, the cloud computing guys, we are bringing into you live and direct. I mean, we are treating a very important topic today. I mean, it's a topic that you all are going to benefit from, trust me. Okay, so personally, my name is Joshua. I'm in cloud computing, and I'm expecting for my expectations for today's program is enlightenment. I want to be enlightened, and also I would also want to know you guys more also. So that's one of my expectations. Okay. Okay, Oluwatosin Oshukoya, please kindly introduce yourself, please.
Okay, good evening. My name is Osika Oluwatosin. I am aspiring to be a content writer. So my expectations, I want to see how, I want to learn how cloud computing, how to get from it, and it's relevant in the tech field. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. You're welcome. You're very much welcome. You're very much welcome. Okay, Precious, please go ahead.
All right. Good evening, everybody. My name is Olokere Precious. I am from the cloud computing track, and my expectation is to meet everyone. Honestly, yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Precious. You're very much welcome. You're very much welcome. Mr. DJ, you have not introduced yourself. Oh.
Okay, all right. I'm Adeyemi Adeyinka. You can call me Priest. Our OAP, and I'm a cybersecurity engineer and a tech support engineer.
Wow, wow. Those are the people securing the cyberspace. Thank you very much for making yourself available. You're welcome. Okay, a lot of people have not introduced themselves. I mean, we have more than 11 people here, and just few people have done that. I'm still expecting introductions from Prince, from Patricia, from Odike Mekletus. I'm just expecting a lot of introductions from everyone. Okay, please go ahead, Timilein Padiora.
Uh, Hi guys, I
Hi.
employees community. My name is Timilein Padura from the product management track. You can call me the PM Boo. Why? I love anything products. Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that's a very nice introduction. Thank you very much for making yourself available, Timilein. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, guys, we are moving on. Please, if you have any requests, song requests, kindly drop it on the YouTube channel. If you have any shout outs, you can kindly forward it to to the group. I'll pick it up from there. Okay, Patricia, please, the mic is yours. Okay, Patricia, you can go ahead.
Hello, everyone. I'm here for about Patricia Ada. I welcome everyone here. I'm from my learning track is front end development. Yeah, and I'm here to learn something new from cloud. In fact, I'm here to learn what is Sandbox.
Okay. Okay. That's fine. You're welcome, Patricia. Don't worry, we'll definitely tell you what the sandbox is. Don't worry. Thank you very much.
Running on my day, then no fit touch my energy.
All right, this update from Burna Boy. No one's going to match that energy when it comes to Sandbox. 1 minute, we just see one sandbox clip on the group. Take it easy on other people now.
My fruit of flavor, every day, and they spray money. Come out and let me love my lady. You go see, say I am melody. Pay one day, girl. Vanilla kettle, but it's every woman give me special treatment.
Okay, guys. Once again, one aspect you guys can definitely wait for is our fire chat session. I mean, it's really a fire chat. I mean, we are considering building scalable and cost-effective solutions, the challenges of managing cloud costs, and optimizing resource utilization, and the tools and technologies available for monitoring and managing cloud resources. Yeah, I understand. It's a whole lot. I get it's a whole lot of jargons and grammar. Don't worry. Cloud computing, we are here to break it down for you. Okay, Timile Invadora, your hands is up. please, is there anything you want to say? Mr. Adeyemi, I hope we are getting requests from people already about the songs, please.
Okay, we're not getting requests yet. I would want you to just pick it up. Yes.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much.
Bring it up to my place. You be like, baby, yes, I know you care. Bring it over to my place. You don't know what you do. Speak to me. Your body like speaks to me. I don't know what you do. Keep to me. Your body like speaks to me.
Okay, you can start dropping your song request and also your shout out. You have a secret admirer, you have a mentor.
Hello, sir. Yes, sir. We're supposed to have a community manager now to
So
come up and
just tell them
welcome.
your words and request a shout out, request a song to them. Just let me know. You can tag me on the group at Priest. I want this also song. Send it to me, and in a jiffy, you're gonna get it right. You know how we do it. Let's go.
Make you tattoo my name on it. Oh, make you cry like a baby. Oh. Let's go, bro, and make a video. Yeah. Make you cry like a baby. Oh. Let's go, bro, and make a video. Oh, yeah, baby. Yeah, right, yeah. Bring it up to my place. You be like, baby, who cares? I know you care.
Okay, I'm citing my wonderful community manager in person of Mr. Getty. Mr. Getty, you're welcome.
Speaks to me. I don't know what you do. Keep to me. Your body live speaks to me.
Hello, good evening. Contemplating on the group I bet. Apple.
Okay, Mr. DJ, you can help us reduce the volume a little. Thank you. Mr. DJ is already caught up with the group. Yeah, just help us reduce it a little. Thank you. Okay. Okay, I'm seeing a shout out here. Akorede Koyum is giving a shout out. Akorede Koyum is from Data Analysis, and he's saying thank you for always lending a support hand without complaint. Okay, so Akorede is giving a shout out. Akorede is giving a shout out, and also anonymously, this individual wants to give a shout out to Moturayo in product design. I don't know what is happening, but he says Moturayo, my first M4A Spadi. Then he's also shouting out to Akorede in data analysis. He calls you my real M4A's brother. Okay, and also he's shouting out to this anonymous person. He's shouting out to Shegun in backend. He calls you the man, the myth, the legend, and also shouting out to Damilare in backend. He says, "My Oga, the top." Also shouting out to Mentor Kenny, mentor with the fly private jet. So people they fly private jet for employees. I don't know. Okay, shout out to Mr. Olatunji. He says number one community manager of employees. I mean, if you don't know Mr. Olatunji by now, definitely I know him for his. Okay, and also he's shouting out to Mr. Adefemi, that is our Oga at the top. He says, may God continually bless, keep, and uplift you. Also, he's shouting out to Kelvin in cloud computing. He says, my M for is Charlie. Yeah, keep your shout outs coming, keep it coming. We're definitely listening.
And man, I full ground me a day tonight. She a calling my phone. Oh, she say when you so unruly. Tell me the main reason you want to woo me. The man with a ED. Curious girl, she got questions for Siri. We got that booty and wife me. So crazy, you. Up with the weights, I work. Down with the pack, I roll. Up with the sack, and you know that I deserve it. Half and half, I'm split the perks.
Okay, Mrs. Oge is on the call. So, Mrs. Oge, you have a word or two to say to us. Right now is the right time to pick up the mic, ma. Please let's all welcome Miss Oge to the call. Miss Oge is our community manager. Please let's welcome Miss Oge. Miss Oge, you are welcome. Please let's react to let's welcome Miss Oge. I am not saying any reactions, guys. Let's welcome Miss Oge. Miss Oge, you are welcome.
Thank you, boss.
Please, the mic is yours, Miss Ma.
Boss Joshua. By the way, you're doing very well. I like that you're sounding like very dark man. Hello, guys. Well done. And once again, I'm sure Joshua said it, but thank you guys for making our time to come together like this. I mean, it's very important to us, and I'm sure it's even more important to you guys. And we already know the goal behind this this program. Is basically for you guys to just come together and share ideas. One thing about learning is that when you keep talking about it, keep, just bringing in your own point of view, asking questions, that's when it sticks. Sometimes the practice doesn't really do, it does a lot, but like you're hearing it from here, you're hearing from there, you're picking from different perspectives. So it's very important to us that you guys learn from this, like just keep on adding to your growth. And for those of us here, I think I checked the YouTube and I saw that a good number of people are there. I don't know if they are coming from what's it called? I don't know if they are coming from this cybersecurity now. Am I wrong? Joshua?
This is cloud computing.
Yes, cloud computing. Okay, sorry guys. So I don't know if they are coming, if they are also from cloud computing, because I'm guessing that this is the number from cloud computing. So how many are you guys, Josh? For cloud computing.
Okay. Actually, if I was to mention active members, I would just say quite a few. Let me just cover us with our active members. But I think we are like generally like 31. Yes, 30. We are. Yeah.
So basically, we have 20 people here. Okay, well, not everybody would show up, but I would say that please, community governors, ambassadors, course representatives, we have to just try to just let everybody know how important it is that they should be here. Because I'm sure people that are joining today, even those that want to learn what is done in cloud computing, even people in content writing, are going to speak a thing or two. And I'm enjoying the music. I love the sound. So, great job, Joshua. Really, I mean, just let the flow and energy.
Thank you, Ms.
Guys,
thank you, Ms.
Guys, yeah, please. I would like. It's very important that presenters, people that are speaking, remember that we're going to keep it very engaging. Do you understand? It's conversational. So no cramming. But I know you guys have got this, so all the best tonight. All right, guys.
Okay, thank you, Miss Ogie. Thank you for the compliments. Thank you for that word once again. This is just a reminder that we're all here to learn, and tell your folks if they are not here, then they are really missing out. Okay, we're about to start. In fact, we started already. And so, based on the topic we are looking at today, guys, okay, somebody has started asking that what is sandbox? I'm sure most of us would have seen, they'll just send sandbox, and people like, what is this sandbox? Don't worry, we'll tell you guys what the sandbox is today. You definitely know. Okay, so like I said, we are looking, I hope I am quite clear to everyone. Please react if you cannot hear me, so that I'm sure I'm not talking to myself. Okay, thank you, thank you. Okay, so we are looking at something very important today. Actually, the topic looks a little bit long, but trust cloud computing, guys. Now we have been able to break it down for you, so everybody, both back end, front end, data analysts, so that you can all comprehend the jargons and all that. So we are looking at cloud computing, building scalable and cost-effective cloud solutions. How do we build scalable? How do we build cost-effective solutions? And we are looking at an objective here, which is the challenges of managing cloud costs and optimizing resource utilization, and the tools and technologies available for monitoring and managing cloud resources. Don't worry, I won't be the one doing justice to all of this. We have panelists that are brilliant and really know what they are doing, and so they are going to be doing justice to it. Okay, I'll be calling on Sheofumi. Sheofumi is going to be giving us an overview of what cloud computing is all about. She's going to tell you, some of us don't even know what cloud computing is. Okay, is that we are fixing something on the cloud, or when you hear cloud, are you trying to mean like the sky? But don't worry, Sheofumi is going to help you do justice to that. So Sheofumi, please take us away.
Hello, everyone. I hope you're all enjoying this program. So I'll be taking us through what Joshua has said. So basically, when you say cloud computing, it involves two words. We have the cloud, and then we have computing. Most people think that the cloud is like the sky. You get what I'm saying? But the cloud, in all excess, is the internet. Is the internet. And then when you have computing, it's basically what your computer does. The processing, the storing, the managing data, calculation, output and input. That's what computing is. So when you say cloud computing is like borrowing a space in the cloud to do everything you can do on your computer. So let me give you a scenario, a real life scenario. So you don't want to stay at home to do something. You can rent an hotel. So that's how cloud computing is. You are renting a particular space to do something you can do on your personal computer. Then when it comes to cloud computing is scalable and cost effective. Now, what's scalability? Scalability is being able to grow or increase in size, and this is what the cloud can offer you. For example, you walked into the hotel, you rented a room, and then you notice that I'm not okay with the size of this room. I want a bigger room. You go to the desk and tell them, okay, please, can you upgrade me to a suite? Now, that is scalability. You are going for something that can actually contain your workload. So the cloud computing offer you this as a web designer or whatever part you are going. But I'll use web designer as an example. So as a web designer, you designed a website for 100 people. Usually your maximum is 100 people, and then probably a Black Friday or something, 1,000 people are trying to get access to the website. So cloud computing will help you increase it without you even knowing, and then decrease it when the number goes down. That's what cloud computing does for you when it comes to scalability. Then cost effective. Just like the hotel room, you are paying for the room you used. You are not paying for all the rooms in the hotel. You are only paying for the room you used when you wanted that room, and the room you upgraded to, which is the suite. So that is also what cloud computing does for you. You only pay for what you use. You don't pay for all the resources on the platform. I hope I've been able to explain. Thank you.
Wow, guys! It's like I have never been in cloud computing before because the way this lady just broke this thing down. Oh my God! It's like, hey, God, am I serious like this? See people explaining, but actually, she really killed it. She did justice to it. So, cloud computing is just the on-demand delivery of IT services over the internet. It could be storage, it could be networking, it could be database, it could be a whole lot of. We have a whole lot of service, and we have different service providers. And when we talk about scalability, just as she said, it's just the increase and the decrease of resources per each demand. Just like she has given you guys a wonderful example. Thank you very much, Sheofumi. A round of applause for Sheofumi. Let's put our hands together for her. Sheofumi, don't worry. I owe you ice cream. You did a very good job. Okay, Mr. DJ, can you pick it up a little bit from here so that people will just feel themselves a little before we continue? We don't want to bore you guys, so let's take it little by little. And I'm so sure that after today's meeting, everybody will want to convert to cloud computing. Don't worry. Mr. Deyemi, the floor is yours.
All right. This is Fuji Vibe by Ashake. After the whole cloud computing things, you need something to step it down, right? Oh yeah, let's go.
Okay, we have a shout out here. Gracious from Cloud Computing is giving a shout out to Safemi. He says our learning track mentor. He's also giving a shout out to yours truly, Joshua, our track rep, and also to Kelvin, my first M4A's paddy. Why is everybody shouting out to Kelvin this day? Hey, Kelvin, I'm coming for you. Okay, Mr. Adeyemi, the floor is yours.
I'm getting weak. You shock my head like Ghana. This your booty, are you from Ghana? Come on, look me, come on now.
All right. This Fuji Vibe by Ashake is requested for by Precious Oluwokere.
Oh, pardon me. Okay, I hope I will not chop slap after this meeting like this. Gracious is also shouting out to all cloud computing guys, all track computing mentees. Gracious is giving a shout out to you guys. Sorry, I missed that part. Sorry about that. Okay, Mr. Yemi, continue. Okay, we have people shouting out to Oluwaseun Fumi, Showumi, and Temitope Lori, and Mr. Femi. This person is giving a shout out. It says, I'm seeing what you guys are doing, and I'm appreciating your work. Kudos to you guys. I'm getting weaker. You shock my head like Ghana. This your booty, are you from Ghana? Come on, look me, come on, now, oh, yeah, my shit, come on. This your booty, to Jawa, yeah, oh, God, this song. But you friend, Chewa, yeah, into your eyes. Come on, look me, my
Okay, let's go. Okay, let's go. Akopa BS. Okay. Unavailable. We've been doing this read from way back. Yeah, OAPZ is side also. We dey use Naira, find dollar. Omokuri now, just enter anywhere, do anything, make pocket heavy. Okay, John Olatunde is saying shout out to cloud computing panelists. Okay, he's giving a future shout out to the panelist session. Trust me, you guys are not prepared for what our panelists are bringing this evening. Trust me. Pity me, send shout out to me.
Overstay my welcome, but I'm a truthfully so. Even I'm a joy there, my grandma joy,
My YouTube communities, I hope you guys are doing well. I'm not even hearing your response. You guys should let us know you are here now.
I'm getting a shout out to Sophia here for sending in sandbox to the community.
Okay, Sophia, I think the whole of cloud computing ought to give you a shout out. Everybody shouting out to Sophia for the sandbox. Thank you.
Okay, we have one of our bosses in the building. All right. Boss, hello. Now prostrate I did. If I want my camera, this side the prostrate.
Okay, Mr. Femi, we are told that we are giving you a small shout out. I think he understands. All the ladies in the let me not say all the ladies, but few ladies in cloud computing. No women supporting women now, and they are giving you a shout out small. Okay, guys, we are getting set. Cloud computing guys are bringing it to you hot, like fresh baked bread. We are bringing our session to you, and we have been able to break down the session into various panels or various. Just look for the English that completes it. So we have a part that will cover the cost challenge, the scalability dilemma, the secret sauce, which retards our tools and strategies for cost optimization. We also bring some stories of our experience. This our little small life in the few months we have spent in M4A, some of the things that has happened, and also the future trends where we see cloud cost optimization to be headed. So stay tuned, guys. We are coming up in the next 1 minute or two. So just get set, your writing pen. Trust me, the best way to learn is to learn from all sources. You can't say you know it all. So cloud computing, we are bringing our own, and we are bringing it freshly baked from the bread. From the bakery, Jerry.
If cloud computing talk say the best way to learn now from all source, priest can they talk say the best way to earn now from all jobs.
Whether they give in a real fake, I bet just say back come. How you go send me money, then I spend the money, then you can't take back
Nobody they say for cloud alone, no, you guys put some ginger to this is Ozeba by Reba.
I go prove to them, say somebody bad, somebody wicked. I go do my best to make all of una bet. Look on multiple my set, I don't intercept. I people to give for research, say you want cake, put a big jump fest.
Employees.
What the banga? Give them back to back. Them who's their daddy? HIM, I'm that nigga, I'm that nigga, I'm that figure. And the rest of it, the only thing with me make me happy that you keep it. It's a nigga, so that's when you talk, make you come from, make you for it pity. And I'm what is the matter? I go prove to them, say somebody bad, somebody wicked. I go do my best to make all of them.
Okay, Precious from Cloud Computing. Someone is trying to shoot some things, yeah. They said you are the nerd of the class, so they are shouting out to you that keep up whatever it is you're doing, and then we can see at the top.
Okay, Mr. DJ, thank you very much. So we are starting the real deal now. We don't want to keep you guys waiting. The long-awaited session is here, and we are starting. In fact, let me come again with the topic. And so we are looking at building scalable and cost-effective cloud solutions. What does it mean to be scalable, and what does it mean when we mean cost-effective? And I believe Shionfumi has done justice to that. She has explained scalability, and she has explained cost-effective cloud solutions. And so we have noticed that the number one problem with cloud solutions generally is the cost challenge. And so to counter that, or to talk about that, we have the person of Orire Bankole. Orire Bankole will be talking to us about the cost challenge. Why is cloud getting expensive day by day? I mean, what's really going on? Why is the cloud getting expensive? And so So, okay. Gracious, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Yes, I'm
Oh, pardon me,
here. I'm
pardon
here.
me,
Everybody.
pardon. Gracious will be taking the cost problem. She is going to be talking about it. Why is cloud getting costlier? Or why is it that we are moving from on-premise? On-premise means that while we have our own servers on ground, people build servers. It takes time, it takes more money, it takes more space, it takes more energy. And so what is really going to be done? So we're going to be having our panelists. We're going to be having the person of Gracious. We're going to be having the person of Oriri Bankole. We're also going to be having the person of Precious Olowokere. And we also have some other hidden panelists that we put for reserve, that in case when you guys have questions and want to tackle us, we send them as our card to you guys. Okay, GDA, one more our song in just few seconds.
But I thank God I'm not where I used to be. I was fucked up, feeling like the devil had a hold on me. Mama crying when the rent due. You don't know the shit we been through. Wasn't nothing that I could do. Watch it rain on me. Too much losses.
Okay, thank you, Mr. DJ. Thank you very much. So, guys, we're starting. And so, to Gracious, our first panelist. So, the thing is that we hear it all the time that we have moved to cloud to save money. But the thing is, when people have still moved to cloud, when you've come to a cloud environment, whether it is AWS, because we have three major cloud providers, we have AWS, we have Google, as we call it GCP, and we also have the Microsoft Azure. So, but the AWS is a key player. But people say that we have moved to cloud to save money, but our bills are still skyrocketing. I mean, what's going on? So, Gracious, could you tell us why is the cloud getting costlier? Over to you, Gracious.
All right, guys. Good evening, everybody. My name is Gracious, as you've heard. Okay. I mean, it's very funny. Imagine moving to the cloud because you want to save costs, and then you're getting billed, and the bill is like really expensive. So we're going to be looking at just 3 reasons why the cloud is getting expensive. So I'll try to be as brief as possible. So one of these reasons is over provisioning. Yeah, don't worry, I'll break it down. So over provisioning just simply means over providing. So let's take, for instance, you own a restaurant and then you're expecting like 100 persons that day, or 100 customers. Like you just guess, oh, okay, I can have like 100 customers today. So you go to the market and you get ingredients. None of things are very expensive in Nigeria. You can relate. So you spend a lot of money and you buy stuff for like 100 customers. And at the end of the day, you just have 30 customers or like 50. So what happens to the remaining food that you prepared is wasted and your money has gone too. So that's what happens in cloud. That's what we call over provisioning. So sometimes companies can they can spin up virtual machines, they can like get resources, instances, blah blah blah. And at the end of the day, they just use few of the resources and the rest they don't really make use of them. Yeah, we have tools that can help manage this stuff. We'll talk about that in another session, but right now we're just focusing on why the cloud is getting expensive. So, like I said, number one is over provisioning. Simply means over providing. So you're just like allocating more resources than you actually need, just in case. And at the end of the day, you don't use them. So the second reason is leaving idle resources running. Just recently, most of us in the cloud computing learning track, we were built. Yes, we had our first breakfast. We had our first breakfast email from AWS. And the reason why we had this stuff is because most of us left idle resources running. And this is one of the reasons the cloud is getting expensive. For us, the bills were not even that high. But imagine companies that have to use like bigger resources and then they just leave the idle ones running. At the end of the day, the bill is really high. So the second, okay, let's take for instance now, those of us that use prepaid meter. Whenever we are going out, we turn off our meter, or if we're not in the room, we put off the lights. If we're in the kitchen, we're not in the room, put off the room light just to save power, to save cost. That's what happens in the cloud too. So when you're not using a resource and you leave it running, your money is going, your bill is increasing. So that's just what happens. So the first reason I said is over provisioning. The second one is
leaving idle resources running. And the third one is lack of monitoring. So sometimes now, okay, in the cloud, there are special tools and resources that you can use to monitor your budget and your usage and everything. But sometimes some companies they don't really monitor their budget costs and all of that. They don't really monitor what's making them spend money and stuff like that. Just keep going ahead, and then at the end of the day, they see accurate costs. So lack of monitoring is another reason why the cloud is getting expensive. So as a recap, I said over provisioning. That means you allocate more resources than you actually need. It can incur a lot of costs. Secondly, leaving idle resources running. And then thirdly, lack of monitoring. So don't worry, we're going to talk about how to tackle all this. This is not just to make you scared, because of course, before you can solve a problem, you have to know the root cause of the problem. And that's about looking at the reasons why the cloud is getting expensive. But don't worry, we're going to talk about how to fix all of this. So I hope you enjoyed this session. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I mean, I could be clapping for Gracious right here. Like as the track rep, my head is just swelling. My guys are doing me proud. Thank you very much for that wonderful session, Gracious. That was really enlightening. You broke it down very much. Thank you very much. And Gracious mentioned some words that I would like to explain to our audience. If you're in backend, data analysis, product design, brand identity, she mentioned something. She said instance. Okay, what is an instance? An instance just means your server. And so when you're using AWS, instead of you mounting your own physical server, of course, server is where you host your resources, whether it's an HTML file, pictures, image, videos, everything we are using. Think on anything you're using on the net, it is hosted on a server. So instead of you hosting your own private server or you having your server as a company, you can use AWS or a cloud provider server. And so on AWS, if you want to provision for that server, we call it an instance. So that's what it means. Thank you very much for that. Okay, we are moving on. We are moving on to the next thing, and that is a scalability dilemma. Okay, so what does scalability dilemma means? It means that how do we grow without over provisioning? Gracious has talked about over provisioning. That means you are allocating more resource than needed. So how do we go about it? How do we solve that problem? How do we avoid scalability? And so to take this session, there's nobody else but yours truly, I myself. So guys, let's just do justice to this. So how do we tackle scalability dilemma? Okay, but scalability sounds great. What do we mean by scalability? Okay, just let me give you guys a scenario. For example, let's say you own a server where things are hosted on, whether videos or where all these applications, whether Google, let's use that. Let's say, for example, Google is your customer now, and Google, they are hosting all their applications, all their sites, and all their videos, all their images, everything they need on your own server. And so what happens when there is an increase in demand? Okay, more people are now using Google services, and so there'll be need for much more of those services to be hosted. And so, but you only have a particular demand that you can cover. And so that means you will have to upscale. That means you will have to increase the number of resources, whether you will have to increase the number of servers you are using, whether you'll have to increase your networking. Okay, you'll have to increase more maintenance. And so, and guys, to actually set up a server, number one, it is expensive. Number two, it will take time, because even the networking aspect alone, to actually put all the bits and pieces together for networking, it can take you months. And so that's a huge problem. Scalability is a huge problem. And so now, but thank God for cloud computing that you don't necessarily need to do all that by yourself. We already have big companies like Amazon, like Microsoft, like Google, already have big platforms. So you can just use their platform instead of using yours. And so what does it mean to scale? It just means you improving the demand, or you increasing your demand. Sorry, you increasing your resources as the demand increases. And so we are looking at the scalability dilemma. How can we, in a way, try to reduce over provisioning? The first thing we try to use is what is called serverless computing. I'll explain. Okay, serverless computing is just the running of codes. Some of us are developers. I believe my backend guys will understand. Okay, let me talk backend now. So backend, what happens is that when you run your code, or when you run any code on an application, those codes actually run on a server. And so imagine as a techie, you want to, anytime you want to run a code, you'll have to go and establish your server, make a server or develop a server. Then you now network the server, you ensure that all the bits and pieces, the networking, the database is running fine, it would reduce your productivity. It's not really make you concentrate on you building your apps, you organizing your stuffs and all that. And so now there is a service offered by some of major parts of these cloud providers, and it is called serverless computing, whereby you don't really need to worry about the EC2, you don't need to worry about the server. Only what they need for you is that just bring your code, and your code is going to run per the number of time you want it to run. And one thing about serverless computing is this: you only pay for what you use. And so, for example, maybe I want to run a code, and that code, of course, will require a server, but I don't need to worry about server. All I just need to do is just put in my code. Yeah. And the thing is that per each time your code runs, that is the time you pay. So even if you put your code there and it is not running, you're not paying for it. And so, but the only time you pay is when your code actually runs. And so that's what we call serverless computing. So you only pay for the execution time that you use. And we have different serverless computings provided by different cloud providers. We have AWS Lambda, we have Azure Functions, and Google also has their own. Another thing that can reduce over provisioning is your auto scaling group. So auto scaling just means that the ability to scale, the ability of that resource to scale, sponsored by the cloud provider. So instead of you going into your server and increasing your server by yourself, increasing the amount of resources, the amount of compute power in your server, AWS or various cloud providers will just do it for you. And so the thing auto scales on its own. Another thing is right sizing. So right sizing is just matching instance types to actual workload. I already told us guys what instance means. Anytime you hear word instance just means a server. Another thing is containerization. Yeah, this is more of like a jargon. This is just Kubernetes and Docker. And so what these guys will just do is that they put all your web applications in just one folder, so it's easy for you to move and all that. Okay, so okay, just okay, that reminds me. Patricia asked the question. She says today she's going to find out what a sandbox is. Okay, so Patricia, and anyone that just wonders what a sandbox is just a controlled environment whereby you can actually provision resources. The thing is this: Gracious mentioned something that virtually every one of us that is in cloud computing, we were built by AWS, because AWS is the major cloud provider we're using. We're built. In fact, I received my own billing of $1.7 or so. And so that's because we're not using a sandbox. And so a sandbox actually controls any resource you are using. In the case that when I'm using my normal AWS account and I provision any resource, maybe I run an instance, an EC2 instance, or I open an AWS Lambda, or I just run any instance, or I run any resource. If I forget to delete it, AWS will keep on counting my money. So if I leave it for a month, they will keep on counting, because don't forget, it's a pay-as-you-go service. The number of resources you leave running is the number of resources they will charge you for. And so, but why it's different for a sandbox is that if you use a sandbox, and a sandbox will allot a time to you, for example, 2 hours, 2 hours, 30 minutes. So after your 2 hours, 30 minutes is done, it will automatically delete every resource you have provisioned on its own. So that's the work of a sandbox. And so that's why we every one of us now have learned how to use a sandbox. I think AWS has served everybody breakfast. Okay, so that is that. Without wasting much more time, we are going to the next session. And we have a wonderful panelist installed for that. And the next session we're looking at is the secret sauce. Okay, what are those tools and strategies that we are going to use to reduce the cost, or the cost that is on the cloud? And no other person is to take that panel, or that session rather, other than Orire Bankole. Please, Orire, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. So Orire, please take on.
Okay, thank you everyone. Good evening. So please give me a minute while we'll just watch a little video. Thank you. Okay. Thank you very much. I sincerely apologize for that. That's probably the network issue. But still more about everything we're trying to discuss today. So right now we've already gone through everything about cloud computing, the aspects and how for us to be able to scale our resources and all. But right now I will be talking about the tools for managing your cloud computing cost. So the case study right now will be Nigeria and also the three major network platforms we have in Nigeria, same as applied to the cloud computer. So currently in Nigeria, there has been a change, a review in tariff concerning networks and all, concerning the three major platforms and all those others. So in no particular orders, we have the red, the green, and also the yellow in no particular orders. Same applies with cloud computing. On cloud computing, we have three major platforms. So we have the Amazon, that's the AWS platform. We have the Google platform, that's the Google Cloud platform, that's the GCP, and we also have the Azure, which is by Microsoft. And these different platforms have the process whereby we can be able to manage our costs on how we use resources, how we can monitor them, on in order for us not to be able to have stories that touches the earth as we will all serve breakfast as a last week. So I'll go through the first one. The first one is that's the AWS Cost Explorer. It's right on the dashboard. So it just helps you visualize where your money is going. What exactly are you using your money for? How can you be able to control it? That helps us to be able to control it, know what is on and what needs to be reduced. The next one is the Azure Cost Management. It helps us to track spending across multiple services. So the services we're using on the platform, we can as well code it. Just like we have on our network providers, we have these codes whereby we can say maybe star 123 or star 234 in order for us to be able to check data as at any time due. These are the tools also we can use in order for us to be able to control how our money has been spent and what resources we're also using in order for us to be able to curb the costs. So the next one we have is the Google Cost Recommender. Sorry, it's AI based costs suggestion. So it helps with the AI. It helps us in order to be able to save cost and also minimize it to limits. In order for us, it gives a prompting on us to be able to say, okay, this is a reduced cost, and this is how we're using the services. So we also have Terraform, and that's infrastructure as a code. It helps it prevents unnecessary resource allocation on the platform. So Terraform is not a major cloud computing service. No, it's not. It's just like whereby we have the Smile network. So we have Smile, or let's say SpectraNet, in Nigeria or in the world, whereby they are not major network providers, but they provide you with internet in order for you to be able to access around the world. Same happens with Terraform as infrastructure as a code. It's not a major cloud computing service, but it provides you almost with some infrastructure as a code in order for you to be able to say, okay, I'm coding some things, I'm preventing some things in going out or coming through. So we have that. And then the last one that we'll be sharing today, not that we don't have many, we do, but the last one for today, in order for the time constraint, is the open source tools. That's the Kubernetes cost monitoring. So it helps also to monitor and also save cost, data-driven resources, and cost reduction and optimization on how we're being able to manage our services on this platform. So I hope with all this in place and which each platform we're using, we will be able to manage costs, save money, and also not be able to spend anyhow. So the next thing we don't have is being served breakfast on the bed. So thank you very much.
Round of applause together for Uri. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. DJ. Thank you. Orire, you just did justice to the tools and strategies for cost optimization. Thank you very, very much. And without wasting much of our time, because we plan on finishing on time, we'll be going to some stories courtesy of the cloud computing guys. So we have some stories that touch the heart, or we'll share some stories with you guys that we have picked up or that had happened to us on these are few months of M4A's learning cloud computing. We have some stories, some good, some really not palatable. Like me personally, like I shared now, I was served breakfast as per they just AWS just find me for one of the resources I left opening. So, but nevertheless, would see how we can work on that. Okay. Right now I'll be calling Olowoke Precious. Precious, are you on the call?
Yes, I am. Good evening, everybody.
Okay, please take us away.
All right. Good evening, everybody. I hope we've been enjoying ourselves on this journey. My colleague wanted to play us a video earlier, so I'll be doing that now. Let me know if you can hear me, if you can hear the video, please. Before I go to sharing our stories. Thank you. All right, 1 minute.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
So please, did we hear that? I hope we really heard that.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did, Precious.
Okay. Thank you very much. So this was the cloud computing guys this. Okay, so this was cloud computing guys this week, and honestly, you're probably wondering how we got to this situation. I'm sure you've heard all our colleagues in one way or the other mention how they got built by AWS this week, and I'll be sharing some of the stories on how they got built, minus me anyways, because and that's why we are here to learn so that we don't get we don't get to be a victim of what is going on. They've talked about some tools and strategies to ensure that we're able to, maximize our resources on AWS, on cloud computing, providing platforms so that we're not victims of all of these cost issues. Anyways, I will start by saying that it's been an interesting journey being in M4A's, and as cloud computing techies, we've had to use different cloud providers, majorly AWS, just as they've mentioned that they are key players. But what many people don't understand is that AWS is actually like probably the most expensive, cloud computing platform that it is. But I know their publicity is quite high, and the platform is very easy and beautiful to use. So I guess that's why a lot of people, especially cloud computing techies, probably decided that, oh, let them use that. But it wasn't like the whole experience wasn't palatable when they all start getting bills like early this month, getting bills here and there, and it was not funny. Everybody was like, oh, what's going on? What's going on? I deleted my resources almost immediately, but what's going on? Why am I getting billed by AWS? And funny thing is, once you're billed like that, you'll probably not, they'll keep reminding you. After a while, they will lock your resources and then you won't be able to use it. But for example, one thing I want us to know that cloud computing providers, their services are pay as you go. And this is supposed to make things a lot easier for us in terms of costs when we compare them to on-premises resources. But then if you don't do all the things that my colleagues have been talking about since we started this fireside chat, you'll find out that eventually you're going to be billed unnecessarily. And one of us forgot to put off his to take down his elastic IP resources that he created. And that cost him about $4 or so. And that was supposed to cost him about $4, but luckily, just as we would continue to discuss, we're able to waive that off. And in fact, we got the good news today, which was very, very nice of AWS to be able to, waive that off for us. But sometimes you might not be very lucky to experience that. So that's why you have to ensure that every single time you're taking appropriate precautions, you're doing the right things, you're taking taking into cognition the necessary tools and strategies that we mentioned here today to be able to ensure that you're maximizing the resources. Like one of my colleagues said, you avoid over provisioning. You ensure that, oh, you're not taking, you're not using a sledgehammer to kill an ant, like in the case of my colleague that created that elastic IP, just to the tax we had at hand was not even something that required that. But these are the things that we need to learn to know. And also one of the story, almost everybody actually got billed for one thing or the other, for getting to take down a resource, and that's where Sandbox comes in. I know Patricia also asked about Sandbox, and Joshua has done justice to that. But Sandbox just help us to do our things in a controlled environment, and ensures that we're not over provisioning, we're not wasting time. All our resources, after the time allocated to us, they are taken down immediately, and we don't get to tell stories that touches the heart, like that guy that they were holding, so that AWS will not come and hold us like that guy in the brown robe in the video that we just saw at the end of the month. Our journey has been very interesting. Oh, honestly, our journey has been very interesting. I know we call these type of stories, they call them our war stories. There is no soldier without a battle scar. And gradually we're getting our battle scars, even if it means I know one of us, when we reported the issue, somebody said that this, that we should take it as our school fees that we are paying in learning, actually, which is very true. So these are like our own war stories, and we are learning gradually. I know one of our colleagues also shared the story of how he got billed by AWS about $70, and that's a lot. $70 is a whole lot, but luckily for him also, I think he was also able to waive it off. So these are all the stories that have come here and there from working and trying to make sure that we are better cloud computing engineers. And I'm sure that you've enjoyed our stories. So if you're going to be working with any of these cloud computing platforms, please learn from our stories, and also take use of everything that we've mentioned here today, the tools, the strategies, learn about scalability, all these things and other things that will be spoken of here today, and maximize it so that AWS will not hold you by the neck, or at least any of these cloud providers will not hold you by the neck. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Precious, for those war stories. Just like she said, there is no soldier without a war scar. I picked that up. So let me bear my war scar gently, and let me bear it gallantly. So guys, I can gallantly tell you that AWS built me. I'm happy that they built me because I've been able to learn. Thank you. I'm shouting out to Mr. Fleming because it was one that helped me rectify that issue. I was like, Joshua, your elastic IP is still. I was like, sir, so if I left it for a month, will they have counted? He was like, see, they would have chopped your money. And I was like, thank God I have a mentor. So shout out to Mr. Fleming. Thank you very much, sir. Okay, without further ado, just like Fikayo would say, or Fisayo Kwashu would say, without further ado. And so, guys, we are looking up to the last session, and that is, where do we see the future of cloud computing? So I'm throwing it not just to the panelists, I'm throwing it to the whole. Okay, if I have some other people that can understand, we just have 2 or 3 because of our time. And so, but majorly also to the cloud computing guys, you guys are open to make your own suggestion. Just few seconds. Where do we see cloud computing heading with the event of AI, with the event of machine learning? And if I was reading a journal today talking about the incorporation of AI and cloud computing, but nevertheless, where do we all see cloud computing heading towards? Guys, the floor is open to everyone. Just signify with a raise of hands if you have suggestions, or you have something to say about that. Where do we see cloud computing going to in the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years, coupled together with the advent of artificial intelligence and also machine learning? Okay, anybody? Or maybe I should just throw it. Okay, okay, let me throw it to our last speaker first of all. I believe that she'll be able to do justice to that. Okay, so Precious, in your own words, or in your own thoughts, what do you think cloud computing is heading towards in the next 5, 10, 15, or even 20 years?
All right. So I would say that first of all, I think the advent of cloud computing, especially from AWS, started like in 2006. So 2006 from now, that's like 19 years. So it's like we've entered, like we've almost reached the end of the second decade, and overall, we see that cloud computing has been very everywhere, especially for developers, for DevOps engineers, SRE guys. Everybody's taking their work to cloud, taking themselves to cloud. And even if you said that, I also wanted to say something, that if you said that, oh, I'm not a developer, I'm not a DevOps engineer, I'm not a tech person, so how does this cloud even apply to me? If you're using an iPhone, or if you ever used any, like your Gmail account, something like that, after a while, when you don't have space on your phone again, then it mentioned to you that, oh, you can actually buy space maybe for 900 naira, take it to iCloud, take it to Google Cloud platforms, and all of those things. So you see, it affects all of us in one way or the other. And I honestly believe that in the next few years, for there's going to be a quantum leap in the way cloud computing has been. Everybody is going to be very conversant with. I mean, that's why we're having these conversations like this. Whether you're a developer, you're a DevOps engineer, you're an SRE person, everybody's going to have hands-on feel on what cloud computing is, and what cloud computing platform is. Just like electricity or water, honestly, cloud computing will become a basic utility. Like, it will be everywhere, to be essential for all digital activity, from listening to music. We already know, well, if you're not a tech person, you might not really understand, like, oh, how Spotify works and all of those things. But our music, all our songs they are not in one big box like that. They're usually in the cloud. And cloud computing cloud providers, rather, they're the ones in charge of making sure that, oh, we're able to, at the click of a button, with other developers, of course, we're able to listen to our favorite song the way our DJ has been giving it to us back to back. So I honestly believe that in the next, not to bust with the jargons, but I know that in the next 10-15 years, in fact 5 years from now, cloud computing will be cloud will actually be a basic utility. Like, it will be everywhere, to be ubiquitous, it will be reliable. It will be an essential thing for all digital activity, and everybody would actually need to rely on it. So thank you very much. That's from me.
Thank you very much, Precious. Thank you very much. That was really expository. On that thing, I would also want to add about that is that, particularly now, most of us have been hearing about the advent of quantum computing, and I'm like, guys, the time is actually coming whereby, thank God, some of us are quite familiar with AI and how it is all about, how it works, large LLM, large language model, NLP, natural language processing. And we must understand that all these models are quite hosted on a particular server. And so there'll be need for high computing power, there'll be need for high processing power. Some games are coming up with high graphic resolutions. And given the fact that also a lot of companies will want to train new models of AI, so they will need a very large computing power. And so in the next 5, 10, 15 years, guys, I'll advise, as much as possible, just learn a cloud provider, whether it's AWS, whether it's Amazon, whether it's AWS, whether it's Microsoft or Google Cloud Platform, just because that's where the future is actually going. I mean, it's really a lot. Like, AI is really taking that large span of the whole tech field, and so we must also position ourselves for that. Okay, anybody else before we move on to the next session? Okay, anybody? Okay, so that's going to round up our fire chat session. Thank you to all our panelists. Please, a round of applause for all our panelists. A round of applause for Riri, a round of applause for Precious, a round of applause for Gracious. You guys did very well. And a round of applause sincerely too. Yes, I did very well. Thank you very much, guys. And so we are moving on to the next thing, which is our Q&A session. And so well, in case if you have questions, in case if you have some things you want clarification on, if we can't answer them, because of course we're just learning, but of course we also know some things. We have gurus among us, but if we can answer them, we would refer them to our cloud mentors. And so if you check all the link, or okay, probably okay, we'll just drop the Slido link. But if you go on our general WhatsApp platform and you check the information for the program, you see that there's a channel there, a Slido link. You can just ask your question on that Slido link. Pardon me, I'm trying to get the link across to us so it will be posted on our YouTube platform. So DJ, can you just our DJ, hope he has not run away. Hey, our DJ, oh God, isn't that we are going to be singing and be clapping our hands in this place? Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much, Joshua, Oriwe, Precious. They've given us back to back what cloud computing entails, the sandbox, and all that thing. Yeah. All right, no problem. Soldier without scars. Well, now person will no fight Ukraine war. No one lasha will be here.
Okay, I'm receiving a shout out. Someone is shouting. Okay, shared by Ada. Ada is shouting out to all front end devs. DJ Priest is shouting out to Moonlight Tech and Gaius from back end. And she's also shouting out to my M4A's G's. She's saying that, okay, she's saying play winning song by P Square. Okay, I think that goes to the DJ. Guys, we are waiting for your questions. Please drop your questions. You can just go to our group, and you would see the questions there. You would see your Slido link rather. I'm trying to get the link across to everyone on YouTube.
We already sent the link to YouTube.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Please let's have our questions. Let's have our questions quickly. We don't have much time. We plan on finishing by 9:30. So everybody, some of us had a long day from work today, so we can also go and sleep, please. Okay. So our questions.
We all are waiting for life. Waiting for life. Yeah. Tell me why you dey hate on your brother? Why you dey stubborn for corner? And why you want to push up?
Two questions.
Why you dey hate on
Okay, somebody is saying kindly explain cloud computing in layman language. Okay, I'm not sure if this person came early or came late, but we have people to do justice to that. Okay. Another person is saying, kindly, can you explain the resources in cloud what resources in cloud computing means? Okay, we'll do that in just a jiffy.
I see you winning, we all are waiting for life. Waiting for life. You don't waste your time if you think say you fit for me. Yeah. No matter how you try, Baba God still there for me. You dey follow twerk, they hear we are waiting. I'd rather congratulate you than to hate you.
Okay, Mr. DJ, cool it down. Okay. Cool it down. Thank you very much. So the first person is asking, kindly explain cloud computing in layman language. Okay, I would have done justice to that, but I have very intelligent people in cloud computing. So is there anybody in cloud computing that wants to do justice to that question? Just signify by raise of hands, and you'll be free to. Anybody in cloud computing, you want to explain to our fellow guys what cloud computing is, so that they can understand. Please just signify by raise of hands. Okay, Sheon, for me, please go ahead, please.
So basically, as I said earlier, cloud computing is the combination of two words, which are cloud and computing. And cloud is basically the internet. Then computing is whatever you are doing on your laptop what you can do on your laptop. So cloud computing is borrowing a space in the internet to do whatever it is you do on your laptop. That's basically what cloud computing is. I hope you understand.
Okay, thank you very much, Fumi. So, in essence, what she's trying to say is that cloud computing is just the on-demand delivery of IT services, whether it is networking, whether it is storage, whether it is computing. When I mean computing, I mean in terms of servers, whether it is also database, storing of information of people using various apps and various mediums all over the internet. So when I'm doing that online, or when I'm doing that on the cloud actually means the connection of internet together. So when I'm doing that, it is called cloud computing. So she has quite explained it's just the delivery of IT services over the internet. Thank you very much, Fumi. That was quite expository. Okay, the next question is saying, please, can you explain what resources in cloud computing means? Okay, anybody that can do justice to that. When we mention resources, what do we mean? Anybody in cloud computing, guys? Anybody that can mention what resources means? What does resources means? Please, you can raise your hands if you can do justice. Okay, Kelvin, please go ahead. Kelvin, please go ahead.
Okay. So resources is basically refers to the various components that make up the cloud infrastructure. So you can have the server, you can also have the storage. Yes, the storage basically space for storing data, and then we also have the networking, that is the connections and infrastructure for communication. Yeah, so basically resources is there's the various components that make up the cloud infrastructure as a whole. Yeah, thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Kelvin. Thank you for doing justice to that. What's our next question? I think we've done justice to all our questions. The next question is, what is cloud computing all about? I think from our explanation, I want us to talk about what cloud computing is all about, please. Anybody from the cloud computing track? It's basically everything we've been saying since. So I feel like that's a repetitive question, but if anybody wants to help us do justice to that, please signify by raising your hands. We're waiting. Anybody at all? Okay, Kelvin, you have the floor.
Okay, so with this I just want to use just a layman understanding, so that those in the front end, back end, branding, like all those programs, they can understand. So basically, what cloud computing is all about is, assuming you are renting a space here, and then you store and use your stuff over the internet. So let's say, imagine you have a lot of files like pictures, documents that you want to access from anywhere. So instead of storing them on your own computer or device, you store them on someone else's computer, which basically we call it a server on the internet, so that you can access your files, pictures, and documents from any device with an internet connection. Yeah, so basically that's what cloud computing is about. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much, Kelvin. Thank you for doing justice to that. Basically, it's all like, in layman terms, that's all we can say cloud computing is. Of course, there are a lot of intricacies to cloud computing, and I know that back-end devs and front-end devs are quite conversant with what cloud computing is also. But for the benefit of those that have not really had hands-on practice with cloud providers, such as AWS, Microsoft Azure, and the rest, you will know that cloud computing, just as Kelvin has said, is it's a process of ensuring that all the things that we need to do, we don't do them on our local computers. We are doing it on somebody's computer. When we talk about servers, they are not imaginary. They are imaginary, yes, maybe like when we are thinking about it, but they are not necessarily imaginary things, because they are physical structures stored somewhere else in another region or availability zone, and they make sure that all the services that we need are available to us. So we don't want to bore you with the jargon. So I really hope that the person that asked that question at least understood it to a point. I think we've answered all our questions. Do we have any other question? Does anybody else? No, I don't think there's any other question for now. Those are 3 questions. DJ, please, can you help us increase the music so we enjoy that for a while? We're almost done, so we'll be leaving soon.
All right, this is we saying thank you to everyone that has been listening to us since we started 8 p.m. Yes, to all our listeners, all our speakers, we're saying thank you, gracias, obrigado. In Japan, we say kumao. And to employees, chiefs, mentees, and mentors that are listening and that are online and not online, offline and online, we say thank you. To Mr. Femi, say thank you.
All right, DJ, thank you very much. Yes, thank you. So this brings us honestly to the end of our fireside chats. I really hope that we learned one thing or two from cloud computing track. I hope that this also spurs our interest in learning more about cloud providers. And now when somebody mentions the cloud, we're not lost. We have an idea, one or two, and we can always build on this. Thank you everyone for being on this platform with us today. I want to say thank you to our mentors for this opportunity. Thank you to our fellow mentees, everyone, honestly, for making it out. We know we are tired, but thank you for being here so far. I want to say thank you also to our panelists. You guys did a good job. Thank you so much. And with this, we'll say that thank you very much for your time, guys. We should also make use of this opportunity to network as much as possible on YouTube platform. Please, I know we've been introducing ourselves, but let's get to know each other more. The tech journey is more interesting when we know ourselves better. So this brings us to the end of this session. See you guys next time. DJ, thank you very much for being here.
When you hear the kick, here comes Big Man Jazzy, already now producer. Excuse me, I'm a LA. Keep rocking like that. Here comes the WC, already now Black Diamond. Excuse me, I'm a LA. Keep rocking like that. Oh, yeah. She said, make a wife one, but I get too many girls, I don't feel like one. And I did die for anything what you want to, I go buy for. Last time we are fight them, just feel like say, make a fight them, no, not to fight them. I go take my time to decipher. No, we say we just a big mouth, and as you see me, man, I can shout. They like the way we just spend cash, and when they see us, all the ladies go to bed, yeah. Sexy, don't get it, I'm back at don't want. She said she gon' say it, she said she wanna go the bag, yeah, she gon' get it. The policy of France, I hope you gon' lick it, on my,
2 by 2. On the line, wait. You never see. One job, everything, one job, everything. No be no fault, but I'm the best. And if you want to show you when you get the kick, one by 2 by 2. On the line, wait. You never see.
Charlie, if you say I make a fool, oh, understand. Charlie, if you say I make a fool, oh, understand. First of all, introduction. First of all, introduction. Okay, I don't know. First of all, introduction. I'm here sing and intro and I'm so shy. In other news, I'm in love with my boo and another place, another one above. Bagoshi, Shemo Jamagana, Manimu the Benito Babana, Shemo Jaka Fosu, Mofo Bagwe, Abosu. Now we don't go to the whole arena. Either we there for Nigeria or Ghana. In other news, I'm a bad man, where the intimidation from man.
We were speeding together down the dark avenues.